for scrutinising professionals basically, and to do that we needed to know what we were talking about. We needed to understand what their roles were, and we needed confidence to actually question them when we felt that they were going into jargon, because that was always my biggest issue, was the language barrier. And it is a barrier, isn't it?
You do find that people who are in that role tend to shorten to acronyms.
Yeah.
And we have to keep interjecting to explain what that acronym means for the people who are watching this video. Also, from my perspective, being behind the camera, it was a chance to see what the people in front of the camera don't see.
Yeah.
So you have to set up the room, you have to make sure that the sound's right and everything else that goes with it. And then you have to make the people during the interview feel comfortable with the questions that you are asking. So it's like I wouldn't say a family environment, but you're trying to cosset people into giving answers that they wouldn't normally give.
Yeah, so not quite a full sense of security, but
no, but it's building up a rapport with the people that you're interviewing. And I know that we've been ahead of time given them a list of questions that we would have been asking. I know it's forearming them to know what they're going to be asked, but it gives them a perspective of the questions that we want answers to.
Yeah, I think we had to be mindful though that it was very easy for them to get off topic and go onto their own agenda, and we had to sort of bring them back, and that was quite challenging in some ways, because you're sort of not you're looking at it as from the aspect of being a member of the public, not a professional. So to try and get the professionals to actually come back down to your level and actually you say, well, actually I want to know this, and you're going off on a tangent because that's what you normally do. That was quite difficult.
The thing is, all we see is the numbers and the statistics.
Yeah.
And we see the corporate face, if you will. Sometimes we need to go beyond that to see that the person who's in-house doing the job knows his stuff, knows where he's going in the future, and we want to be able to tap into that so that we can be pulled along and understand what the how can I say, what they're hoping to achieve with the dwindling public purse at the moment.
Yes, I do agree with that, and I think in some ways actually doing the community reporting has sort of given more confidence in the council, in the because you're putting a name to a face, you're actually meeting that person, and actually once you break down that professional persona, you are actually getting to the human being. They're not robots, they're not just sitting behind a desk all day, they actually...
Well, all you see, all you hear rather, you don't see them, all you hear is a dispelled voice over the phone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's making these people within council more transparent.
Yes.
And you can see that the job that they are doing is very important to them and to the community. But then you think, well, if they're going to cut my budget next year by so many thousand or so many million or whatever, you think, if I was in that position, where do you start?
Yeah.
How are you going to progress that down the line? Because you've got, you think of these people as faceless people at the council just doing the thankless job. But it isn't that. You can put names to faces, you can see that they are trying really hard to make that extra pound work really hard.
Yeah, actually most of them are really trying hard to actually put people first and not just looking at a spreadsheet going, right, well, I'm going to have this cut from my budget, I'm going to take it from here, here and here. They're actually they actually care about the job.
But I think that Dudley has taken the steps to involve disabled people in what they essentially run for the disabled.
Yeah.
So we see where the money goes, not literally, but we've seen in recent years the cuts that have happened, and now that we've come out the other side, we've seen things that have started to come back into fruition.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's more transparent. We get to speak to the people who are making these things happen, and for the future, even though we have a change of management every 3 or 5 years in the council, they've still got a strategy going forward that they're hopefully going to stick to.